Hi, everyone. My name is Tracy, and welcome to Tunnel Light Podcast. Today, on today's show, we have a special guest, Shawn from New Jersey,
Yes.
and he has been on this minimum 20,000 step per day journey. But before he got to this level, this has been ongoing basically since the pandemic hit around that time, and he
Yes.
is actually going to meet the full year in about a month or so. Am I right?
Yes. May 20th.
May 20th is your one
Yes.
year anniversary. Woo. What's up?
How you
I'm so
doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm so glad that we're able to collaborate. As I said, like you did such a great job with the other podcast, which I'll include in the description box for
Yes.
those who are interested on listening to the phenomenal job you did on that podcast as well.
Thank you.
But I was blown away, no problem. I was blown away by your response and how well you've been able to keep up with this lifestyle, because 20,000 is no joke. That's actually quite a lot. Like I even measured it and I was like, that's like around how many miles would you say?
I would say between 8 to 9 miles a
Oh
day.
my. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. But before you ventured off to this onto this crazy walking journey, tell me like how you even like what prompted you to do so?
Well, the pandemic happened the end of February, early March. We definitely had to change the way we socialized, the things we were able to do, places we were able to go. A lot of us were cooped up in the house. Most of us were not working as much, depending on the field you were in. And if you were working, it was definitely a reduced schedule. I remember around the beginning of the pandemic, I was only working 2 days a week. I couldn't travel, couldn't really go to the local restaurant or bar. So I wanted to do something to fight the depression of that situation. And I wanted to be able to do something for my health. I said to myself, if I couldn't travel for Veg Fest, which I'm known for prior to doing this, the least I can do is to try to shed some weight. So when we're able to travel again safely and we're able to go to places again, I'll be a little fit. I feel a little bit better about myself. And one of the most easiest things to do, as far as exercise, as far as your a fitness journey, is walking. It's very underrated, and it's something that I know I'm going to continue to do because there's not a lot of impact on my body. And if I do feel soreness, it usually goes away by the next day, and I've been successful so far.
All right, that's good. So have you lost a lot of weight?
I've lost close to 30 pounds.
Wow.
Um, I've gained some back, but I'm nowhere near where I started, which I'm happy about.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to be on the, I try not to get on the scale. In the beginning, I got on the scale pretty much every other day, every other week. Now, I probably get on the scale, maybe once a month or twice a month. It's not really about the losing weight, which is it kind of is, but it's not. I just want to know that I'm able to be consistent at something. So it definitely has helped me in other aspects of my life.
It certainly has helped you maintain the weight off.
Yes, it has. I've been able to stay in a medium or a large when it comes to certain clothes that are cut tight. I don't ever want to go back to a extra large or a 2X. I never want to go back to a size 42 or size 40. Currently, right now, I'm hovering between the 38 and the 36. A lot of my clothes I'm not willing to part ways with yet, but a lot of my clothes are too big for me. I shy away from wearing certain things because I want my clothes to be form fitting on me. I'm an older gentleman, so I don't want to sag my pants or wear super long shirts or anything like that. So within the next couple of weeks or when it gets closer to my full year, I'm going to either give my clothes away or take them to a swap meet and try to see if I can get a few dollars for them. I keep my stuff nice, and hopefully it could be a blessing to someone else. I'm becoming smaller. I'm becoming more fit. So I want to celebrate that by giving my clothes to someone in need.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's really sweet of you.
Thank you.
And you know what? I think that it's even more significant to give something away that you actually like you wish you can hold on to it, but you literally have no purpose for it
At
anymore.
all. Yes,
So it's like bittersweet to give it away.
it is. It is. And it's something that I guess is going to be my gift to myself, but also a gift to someone else. It's going to be time to leave that chapter of my life behind me. And I guess I'm going to have to change my wardrobe. And it's all primarily due to me walking and being consistent in my fitness journey.
Yeah, that's very symbolic if you think about it, to
I,
physically get rid of materialistic stuff because this has had, I'm sure, a great impact on your mental health, you know?
yes, yes, it has helped me cope with the pandemic and just different changes on what we have to do on in our day-to-day lives. And I think it's made me grown. It has made me grow and mature as a person. I have a different outlook on life because I know that if I'm consistent and disciplined in something like this, then I could be that way in different areas of my life.
Yeah, I totally agree. I always thought that, I'm sure you heard of the saying before, but how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Definitely.
Right. And so it hit me, I'm like, damn, like I don't want to half-ass anything ever again. If I want to, if I want to chase a goal, I want to make sure that I follow through with it and that I'm driven, you know?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say I should maybe take a day off here and there, but I just don't want to. It has been a challenge because I have to set aside at least 3 hours minimum to hit the 20,000. I try not to count my passive steps. I try to count the steps only when I'm actually walking for one session. I do have passive steps that I count sometimes because maybe I'll have extra hours I have to work, extra hours that I have to be at work. But when it's all said and done, my main goal is to get to 20,000 by any means.
Wow. Yes.
Yes,
Really, by any means, because I know that
yes,
sometimes you hop on the treadmill.
yes. I have to hop on the treadmill when it's cold, during the past winter when it's raining, just because I might come home from work late, or I might want to do, say, an hour in the morning. But the treadmill has been able to help me keep my streak alive. I used to run on my treadmill. I want to make sure that my phone is uh, calculating my steps correctly so that that's the reason why I don't run anymore. I want to walk, I speed walk, maybe a light jog, but I always make sure that my steps are counted because I want a real time, accurate number of the 20,000 steps per day.
Yeah, for sure. And I was gonna ask you too, actually, if you do anything else other than walking, or if you follow a strict diet.
Well, I'm vegan. I've been vegan since 2017. Um, to be quite honest with you, just to be quite honest with everyone, I'm not the healthiest vegan. That's something that I'm working with. But what I found that is on most days I burn more calories than I eat, or it balances out. Say
Mm-hmm.
I eat 1,300 calories. When I look at my stepper, when I look at my totals for the day, I might have burned 1,400. So as long as you burn more calories than you take in, you pretty much have a greater chance of maintaining your weight. And if you do that for a long period of time, most likely you're going to lose weight as a
Yeah.
result.
Yeah,
Definitely.
exactly, right? Like you can
Right.
have Oreos for breakfast, and some almond milk,
Yes.
but
Yes.
it's like the
Yes.
sugar and then you balance it out with the exercise. So
Yes.
really it all balances each other out.
Definitely. And just drinking water and trying to get that daily intake of fruits and vegetables and things like that. Like my vegan diet has aided me just as much probably with the walk as the walking has in helping me lose weight. I want to kind of be more disciplined with what I eat. I do give myself a little leeway because I'm going to be burning calories because I do the exercise every day. But all in all, I'm pretty satisfied with my progress so far. And I just want to be able to continue to with the streak and exercising. And to answer your other question, currently right now I'm not doing anything else. I do have weights. I do lift weights sometimes, and I do sit ups sometimes. But primarily my exercise comes from my walking.
Okay, cool. Um, so maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but before I forget, like what's gonna happen after you reach this 1 year strike?
I don't know because I'm at a loss for words for that. I think about that sometimes. Pretty much when you set out a goal and you reach it, do you continue to go? Do you transition to something else? If I transition to something else, will I give as much time and effort and energy and discipline as I do this? If I do other exercises, will I be sore and maybe can't do it the next day? These are all some of the things, even coming up to maybe the 33 days I have left. I try to think about it. I don't think about it as much as I should. Some people say I should continue. Some people say I should give my body a rest. To be quite honest, is to answer the question directly. I haven't really thought about it yet, to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm going to continue or if I'm going to transition to something else.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, you got plenty of time to ponder around that idea a little bit more, so I think we would hope that by the time that time gets there, then you would have a more sure answer for yourself.
Every time I think about it, I can't, it has become, I mean, I know I already answered the question, but it has become a large part of me, who I am, my personality and just something that I carve out each day to do. Um, I don't know. It's giving me goosebumps kind of thinking about it, that it's actually going to come up for a full year with no rest days. I might just continue, but don't tell nobody. Only the people that's watching.
Awesome. We'll keep it.
Might continue.
So I know that, like you said, like there's people who have suggested that perhaps you should take a break. And there's been days where it's been difficult, but exactly what pushes you to move into that flow state anyway, even when, you have that little voice inside you saying like you should probably just stop right now or, take a break today or something.
I'm very competitive when it comes to things that I put my mind to. I try to envision like a bad guy or a bad person who's watching secretly, maybe a follower I have of mine, and they're just waiting for me to skip a day. Even if I hit the full year, they're gonna say, "Oh, you did a year, but you didn't do a year in a day." You know what I'm saying? So these,
Mm-hmm.
even if this person doesn't exist, these are some of the things that I think about. Um, if I had to say that there are days where I might put off something that I need to do, maybe around my apartment or things like that, because of the walk, it would be nice to have that time to do other things. But I think as time goes on, I'll just probably, if I choose to continue the streak, I probably would just have to be more creative and still doing the walk and making sure other aspects of my life are taken care of. I do want to motivate people to exercise. It might not be walking for 3 hours, 4 hours like I do, but whatever you do, and even if you can't do it 7 days a week like I do, set out to do something that's comfortable for you. And if you're going to do it 3 days a week, make sure you do it 3 days a week. Block out anything that may be a distraction. If you have people in your life who are not uh, motivating you to do it, you might have to block those people out for those 3 days and for that period of time where you are exercising and doing something good for you. I want people to be able to take charge and take control of their health. Whatever exercise they choose to do, whatever nutrition plan they choose to follow, I just want them to be able to do that for themselves and kind of be stingy when it comes to that. Be demanding, and just make sure they're doing it for themselves. I have a saying in my videos. I want you to do something healthy for you. I want you to be able to um, make a choice, make a choice to make a change. If you know you are not at your optimum health, do it for yourself first, and then do it for the people around you who love you, your family, your friends. And you never know, you might not be able to inspire strangers, but you might be able to inspire the people around you, the people who love you, to do the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. That's really nice. And I think this also ties into like it could be any change towards the better,
Yes,
whether like if you drink a can of pop every single day and you
yes,
reduce it, no one's talking about just cold turkey cutting it or anything like that. Like if you reduce it to once or twice a week, then that's
yes,
a great change for the better.
yes,
Um, same thing with cigarettes, whatever the case may be. Perhaps drinking more water, getting better sleep. Like
yes,
these tiny changes are going to trigger massive ones. That's how I believe, is that like you feel good. And so that you have this like great, um, it's profound. Like whenever you make a change that, you see the sacrifice that you put. And so that naturally wants to, be applied somewhere else in another area in
definitely,
your life.
definitely, definitely. Yeah, like I said, when I walk, um, I find myself being more creative. I think about things I want to accomplish in my life. I want to buy a house, and I want to just do other things content wise. And I just want to be an inspiration. Um, I would like to be able to inspire more people. That's why it's very important for me to make myself available for podcasts and content like this. I just want to my reach to be as far as it can be. And I want to take this time to thank you for allowing me to speak on your platform. It really means a lot to me. I'm probably going to say that more than one time, but I really do appreciate that. Um, I'm learning also because I want to start my YouTube channel. I want to be able to have a podcast also, and I want to be able to get up enough nerve to interview people. So I admire you. No matter how nervous you might be, you're actually doing it. So that's a good thing. You're definitely inspiring me to get my act together and try to have the same uh, consistency and dedication on the content side. So I just wanted to say that I really appreciate it.
Oh, that's what's up. Thank you so much. For sure. I think we have to collab and uplift each other. And as you said, just make yourself as available as you can. And this falls aligned with what we just mentioned a second ago, is that we want to continue to grow and expand.
Yes,
So, however we can, I mean, in these modern times, internet is our friend. So we can use it for the
yes,
good or bad.
yes,
And we're choosing to, on a grand scale, be of service to others.
yes, yes. I like the way you said that. I want to be of service to others. I want to inspire people to be better, do better. Um, Maybe take chances that they didn't think they was going to take before, and just maybe shock and surprise themselves.
Right. Yeah, cuz we limit ourselves a lot, because we always let that smaller voice win. But if we only like we're going to have to jump into the unknown and get used to feeling uncomfortable, because that's the only way that, we continue to grow.
Definitely, you are 100% correct about that.
For sure. So as you know, or I don't know how much research you did on this podcast, but I do. I am just so in love with spirituality. It
Yes,
has changed my life. Like just my whole perspective on life has drastically. It's never going to be the same. So I want to ask you, like, did this walking journey affect you in that type of way at all? And if so, how?
Well, I've never been a religious person, but I'm definitely spiritual. Walking has allowed me to think about a lot of things. Just having the ability to walk. There's some people in the world that don't. That has to come from a higher power. Um, I always say in my videos, we're blessed to see another one. And basically, what that means is if we're blessed to see another day, we need to be able to give thanks for having the opportunity to live another day. And hopefully, we'll be able to do something with that, do something positive, do something uplifting. I think um, people need to realize that there's a greater force out there, um, more greater than themselves, and to give thanks, to pray, and to just give thanks for being here. There's some people that don't have that opportunity. They might be disabled or they might not be with us right now. So that is something that I um, think about on my walks, among other things. And I'm happy to say that I am probably more spiritual because I am so thankful that I have the ability to be fit enough to be able to continue on my fitness journey.
Yeah, for sure. It this pandemic has shown us to appreciate the little things,
I
you know,
believe, yes,
such as the walking, an act so simple that we take for granted. So,
definitely. Since we've been walking since we stopped crawling, so we need to be able to take advantage of that. And I would say, just a 30-minute walk, you know, daily, or as much as you can outside of your normal walking, it'll do wonders for you. It'll give you mental clarity. It'll bring you closer to God, whatever God that may be for yourself. And at the same time, it does something for your mental, as I probably already mentioned, and definitely do something for your physical. So to me, it helps with everything. So people need to be able to take advantage of the opportunity that they have.
yeah, for sure. Like I would think that this walking that you do every day is like in a way cleansing your body physically, mentally, and spiritually.
Definitely, I've been able to get emotional thinking about my losses. I lost my mother in 2014. Maybe I felt relationships in the past. Maybe just different times where I was disappointed about things in my life. But at the end of the day, when you're doing something good for your body, you get those natural endorphins that give you sense of happiness, a sense of calm, and everything comes full circle. I always have a part of my walk where I'm, you know, thinking about my losses, but by the time I finish my walk, I'm happy that I completed another day, and I'm thankful that whatever has happened in the past, I've stood the test of time myself, and I'm still here to be able to carry on, what I need to carry on.
Yeah, definitely. Like you see that your resiliency has paid off this far. And I try not to reflect on the past that is not so positive,
Yes.
right? Like I feel like it doesn't do me much good, except for when I'm trying to intentionally find some deeper rooted meaning as to my actions or words or situations,
Hmm.
and like I use it like for healing purposes. So you have
Definitely.
to look at the dark side like face to face. All right. So as a way to wrap up, like, can you share a little bit of advice, any helpful tips that you think that the audience can gain from, everything that we, from your journey?
I would say start. A lot of people don't start. Start. And once you start, the first day or the first couple of days might be difficult until you find what's comfortable for you. You're not trying to move mountains. You're not trying to hit home runs. You're simply just trying to start. And if you, like I said, if you can't do it uh, 7 days a week because you have family, children, work, things like that, you have to carve out time. So if you're going to use my approach with walking, try to walk maybe 7,500 steps a day. Do that for about 3 weeks, however many days a week you want to do it. And then gradually, as time goes on, maybe from 7,500, you can go to say 9,000 or 10,000 steps. And the numbers I'm saying are not obtainable to a person who's starting out. That's fine. I'm just giving you a baseline. Some people might want to start out with 5,000. But whatever you do, once you start, don't stop. If you're going to do it 3 days a week, do it 3 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Let the people that's closest to you know that, hey, every day around this time, I'm going to be working out. If you want to call, or if you want me to come chill, or you want to come over, just know that I'm going to be working out for an hour and a half every day from this time to this time. And then when the time changes, let those people know, so they won't disrupt you, and you'll be able to complete that goal for that particular day. And then as time goes on and you're consistent with it, you'll probably most likely get the results you want. I didn't start out doing 20,000 steps a day. I think the
Mm-hmm.
very first day I walked, and I didn't put it on Instagram, I walked around my block, and that was only like 2,500 steps, and I was tired. And I was sore. I was sore from 2,500 steps. I was very out of weight. I mean, I was very uh, unhealthy, not fit, and my legs and my stomach was like, "What are you doing? You don't have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on right now?" So I don't want to get too long-winded. I would just say start, figure out what's best for you, stay consistent in whatever consistency means to you, and be selfish about whatever you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, like put yourself first. You come first
Definitely.
before anything, anyone.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. I would definitely say that.
Awesome. I love that. All right. Well, I will leave because I'm sure you want people to follow you, to continue to follow you on your journey.
Yes.
And you always, as I said in the beginning of the episode, like you always have like really good stuff to share anyway. Like there's always something new. And so, it's like you just keep doing you, because I think that you're doing a wonderful job and
Thank
you
you.
are very inspiring to others. And yeah, I think keep it up.
Thank you very much. And like the last thing I want to say is, again, I really appreciate you having me on your platform. We might have both been nervous. Hopefully, as time goes on, we're less nervous, and you're doing a good job. I do want to go back and go on your YouTube page and watch more of your videos. I want to be able to see how you progressed, and hopefully, I'll be a part of that in some way, shape, or form. And I want to just see it go into the stratosphere. I want you to, whatever you want to gain out of this, whatever you want to do as far as creating content, I want that for you. So I just want to let you know you have a fan over here, and to good luck into whatever you want to do.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. All right. Well, um, and I want to thank you for jumping on. I think that we did a really good job as well. And I wish you nothing but success. And I can't wait for, we're totally going to be in touch. Like you're my
Okay.
homie,
Okay.
you
I
know,
appreciate that.
for sure. And, all right. Well, thank you so much. I'll go ahead and link your information on the description box as well as mine. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I will see you on the next episode. Much love and peace and avocado grease.
Bye.
Bye bye.